Hey guys, just seeing if you guys can hear and see my screen. Let's see, where is the YouTube chat? There we go. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, indeed. Hey Ashley, hey Autumn, hey Laureen, hey Nicole, hey Michelle. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear and see me? Yay. Awesome. Hey Ashley, hey Vanessa, hey Cher, hey Obi. Good to see you guys. So glad you're here. Sorry I'm being rude and going live on Valentine's Day instead of Monday. Yay! Thanks, Libra. Hey, Maggie. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Dee. Good to see you guys. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up on the YouTube live. That really helps out. Lets YouTube know y'all are happy with me. Hey, Emily. How's it going? Good to see you. You're level 13. Nice. On TikTok. Hey, San Juan. Hey, Juan. Y'all, guess what? Guess who passed their exam today? That's a really nice Valentine's Day present, huh? Hey, Mama girl. How's it going? Thank you, Annie. Miss Juan right there, she passed today. She took her exam online. Congratulations. Yay. Oh yeah, we get to cheer. Forget about that. I wonder how stressful it was to get on the online exam. It is not for the faint of heart. That email that they send you that lists out the steps, okay, you're scheduled for your online exam. Here you go. This is what you do. Is not for the faint at heart. It is not easy. I've worked from home since 2013, and when I did that in 2019, 5 years of working from home and troubleshooting all sorts of network issues did not prepare me for all the steps in that email. Oh, hey, Brandy. Mama and the boys are doing great. Travis got a bad outbreak with acne right now. He came home from school, got a shower, and completely caked his face in this white acne cream from his forehead all the way to his chin. Not just dotting it, little dots here and there. No, he just covered the whole thing. Looked like he had put his face in a piece of pie or something. It was crazy. But yeah, he's trying to get rid of the 14-year-old acne is hitting him hard. My mom's doing great. Her birthday is coming up in 6 more days. So I was just ordering her a Mississippi mud pie from a place called Gold Belly. So I'm hoping that they'll order it and get it out here to us. So everybody's doing good. Hormones are rocking this for sure. He is such a cranky little beaver too, man. Woo! Cranky with pimples. How to prepare for anatomy questions. That's pretty cool. That's a great question. So if you're in your CPT book and you are going to each anatomy picture at the beginning of each chapter, it will list out a part of the, let me move chat out of the way for TikTok. It will, like if you go to the ear section, it'll have a picture of the ear, and it'll tell you that this is the ear canal and this is the semicircular canals. This is the eardrum, but it doesn't tell you what their functions are. So what does it do? Like the semicircular canals, it helps with your balance. What does the ear canal do? It directs sound waves to the eardrum. And then the eardrum vibrates the sound waves. So the best thing to do is Google the functions of all the anatomy pictures in the CPT book. And then write down all the anatomy functions of what they do, what each little part does, especially the female reproductive system, especially the brain and the ear, the eye, all those areas. That's the best way to help out with anatomy for sure. Also, watch my lives, because when I do these Word questions, Word documents, let me bring mine up for you guys. If there is an anatomy question that you guys should know, so these questions are from last week when we were on. If there's any anatomy questions, it's because, a little birdie might have told me that, yeah, this is important to know. Let's make sure we know this. So be sure and hang out and make sure you watch my repeat lives. Thank you for the finger hearts. They're giving gifts on TikTok. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you for supporting the stream. It's really nice. They're super important. If I put them up, there's something that you need to know for sure. So watching my repeat lives where I go over some anatomy, or even compliance questions like this one, what's in Medicare Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D, super, super important. You should know for the exam. So those are the ones from last week that we did. But let me get down here to the one I want to do today. Yep. Where are we at? I got some more E&Ms for sure that we're going to do today. Thank you so much for all the finger hearts. She did almost half of the TikTok goal herself. Thank you, Emily. All right. What have we got going on in YouTube chat? What was that going on? There it is. Let's see. You love Mississippi mud pie? I used to make real mud pies. I can remember trying to taste them and not thinking, out in the front yard making mud pies. And they didn't taste good, so then I went in the house and stole a big old bag of sugar and took it outside and mixed it with the mud. It still didn't make any difference, but, I was always trying to troubleshoot. Try to make things better. I didn't give up easily. You're nervous to take your exam online. That's okay. I liked it much better online, but I had already been working from home for 5 years, so computers and being alone in my room, are just something that was easy for me. So that was easy. Okay. You don't have your books yet. The school I'm going to doesn't send them out until we start a certain class. That's okay. What you can start doing now, Ashley, is saving all those anatomy pictures. Go on and start researching, start Googling and finding you some anatomy pictures like I was just showing you that show you what the brain does and what all the little parts do. Get them saved as your favorite internet sites or whatever on your desktop. And then that way you won't have to be doing so much research when you do get your books. So that kind of stuff is super helpful. Thank you, Mama Girl. She just gifted, oh my gosh, 5 YouTube memberships. People that just chatted will be winning memberships for 1 whole month. Thank you so much, Mama Girl. You are so generous. So what happened is if you're in our YouTube stream and you have on the ability to accept monetary gifts turned on your chat, then as we are doing live, I know Twinkle and anybody else who wants to can donate money and provide people with 1 month's worth of subscriptions to my YouTube. What that does is it gives you a membership to my YouTube, which gives you exclusive videos that you don't normally get to see by just being a subscriber. Let me get to my YouTubes. So, like right there, let me get to my web browser here. Yep. So, what I'm showing you right now is just the regular replays right here. So that's cool. That's nothing we need to deal with. Let me go back one and see. Yep. So if you have a YouTube membership, you get the advanced duct classes, you get the CPT book prep, you get the ICD-10 book prep, and you get access to all the workshops. And what you click on to be able to view stuff is to click View Full Playlist, and then that'll give you all the workshops. Then you can scroll through them and see which ones you want to do. The best thing to do for these, of course, is like this cardiology one that I'm going to redo this weekend. I did it 10 months ago, but I'm going to update all the codes and update the questions, and I'm going to redo it again this Sunday. But if you had the 1 month membership, you could look at my last one that I did. And what I recommend doing, oh, it says member content. I'm not a member because I'm on my own personal thing here. But when you get to, it's going to be 3 hours without visiting or talking, and I just show a ton of questions, one right after another on a Word document, and just pause the screen. Try to work out the question as soon as you see it, just like you would on this practice question like we're doing tonight. And then try to work it out all by yourself and then hit play once you get an answer and see if you got it right. Whether you get it right or wrong, still make notes about whatever was the correct answer here and whatever is wrong about certain answers. If a code is the wrong code, why is it the wrong code? Figure out why, what the differences are, and make notes in your CPT book. That process will go a lot smoother there. But thank you so much for doing all that. Juan just donated $5 to me too for, and so did Dee Dee, and so did Nicole. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. I really appreciate the money, and I will throw it all back to Twinkle and send it to her, and we'll do some more. Hey, Taryn, thanks for joining the club. I hope the YouTube membership helps out a whole bunch. It's $5 a month, but it gets you exclusive videos. So I hope this helps a whole lot. Let's see. Lauren's worried about her internet connection and taking yours. Yeah, if your internet connection drops, then you lose your exam attempt, more than likely. Some people can sweet talk AAPC and resetting their exam and letting them take it again. But I've heard of a lot recently, 2 to 3 people in the last couple of months, who AAPC has refused to let them retake it. Like they're putting a hard stop there. It doesn't matter if your computer malfunctions or if your headset isn't right, if your internet never connects to the exam, they're not letting you retake it. They're going to take your $399 and then make you pay for it again. So be very, very careful with that. If you think you're going to drop internet, then rent space out at your local library, somewhere that has really good membership or internet abilities, your work, your job. See if they'll let you have a room for 4 hours. See if you can rent a hotel room for 4 hours where you could plug into their internet. I don't know. You can always ask, especially if it's a local mom and pop place, but you really do need to have really good internet. That's the only thing there. Minna says she's working on book prep now and needs to schedule her certification test. How much book prep should I do until I schedule? All of it. All your book prep should be completely done. Then you should be here practicing practice questions. Once you're starting to get 90% of the questions that I'm showing here on my lives every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, except for, I flaked on y'all last night. Then if you're getting 90% of them correct that you're doing live with me, then you're going to be okay. And also 90% of the ones you purchased from AAPC. Just getting 70% done and score on those practice exam questions we purchased from AAPC isn't really enough. Y'all need to get on up there into the 80s, 86 to 90 range. Thank you so much for all the donations and the gifts. Y'all are awesome. I love seeing all the support. Nope, taking any chances. Going in person. I had somebody's proctor not even show up for their exam. It's crazy. Thank you for signing up for 2 months. You are awesome. I hope it helps out so much. Yep. If you take your exam during, like November and December, it's super high volume. You really want to get it done August, September, October this year. You don't want to let it linger. And plus you need to save those months in case you don't pass and you want to try one more time. If you bought 2 attempts, you need to save some time. Things get booked towards the end of the year. So, all that you can. Should I put all the examples from my 2022 into my 2023 book? It's totally up to you. If you know all the hypertensions, like when to do congestive heart failure before hypertensive or before a CKD, if you know those orders, then don't worry about it. But I always have brain freeze. During stressful situations, my brain will freeze and I won't even know my own date of birth or my kid's date of birth. And so I always like to just have it there just for reference in case I'm having a bad day and I need to verify and just to have it there to look for peace of mind. It's totally up to you. You plan on taking it in September. Perfect. Y'all are so cool. All right. I hope that helps. Y'all are so awesome. If I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. Hopefully somebody in chat helped out. And also, If you haven't yet, please be sure and download the Discord app. It looks like Mickey Mouse's britches to me, but it's supposed to be a game controller. Please be sure and download that app and join my Discord group. Links are everywhere for my Discord group. Let's see, where is my Discord? I'll post one in YouTube chat right now. That has study rooms, practice rooms for all of the study exams, all the different certifications. There is so many people in there 24/7 to ask questions and to help you out a whole bunch. I have study rooms divided out by book. You know, if you just need CPT book resources or just ICD-10 resources, just go into that room and scroll backwards. There is so much information. I have practice question rooms for CRC, CCS, compliance, regulatory, CPMA, and I do have a new room for RHIT certifications, which I posted a bunch of practice questions in there too. I even have some RHIT questions for tonight, some CPMA, some CRC, COC, CPC, and CCS and CCA. So y'all are getting a gamut of everything tonight. So let's go to our first question of the night. Remember, we don't read the questions. We go to the answers first. You are not coding any of these medical coding certification exams. The answer's in front of you because they're multiple choice except for one part of CCA where it's matching 10 questions. But still, the answer's in front of you. Everything's coded. You're not going to index anything. You're not going to have to look up anything in an alphabetical index. You just need to go to the answers and look at what your differences are. So what is our 99238? We can go to our, no, maybe not that one. See, which one are we going to go to? Yeah, I got to go to this one, but I got to go to that one. Yeah, that book. Our trusty CPT book. I've been coloring it all up. What is our 99238? What header is it under? Remember headers before descriptors. So we wouldn't look at the descriptor. You need to get in the habit of looking at this header first. Headers before descriptors. So we're either hospital inpatient, observation, or discharge services, right? We can go to back to our Word document. No, 3? All right. So this one, we've got our discharge. What is our 99234? We can go to our book. We can scroll back. Our header for that one, 234, is our admit and discharge for observation. This one's our admit and discharge. So all we got to do is check our question to see if our patient was admitted and discharged at the same time. Or were they admitted a few days ago and today we're discharging them? Y'all are so cute. I'm just reading chat. I have the 2021, 2022, and 2023. It took me a minimum of 20 hours. It takes me 6 months to update all them dang books. But I'm slow and an overachiever. Super overachiever, and I'm making them for you guys, so. I spent, I think, 60 hours prepping the books for my exam, but that was in 2019 when I didn't know what I was doing. So I was just following what everybody else said to do, which ended up not helping me at all anyway. After you look up your differences, what's rule number 2? This is rule number 1. We look up our differences when we're in E&M. Rule number 2, we look up our last sentence to see what we're supposed to be coding. And look, they tell you right there to code just the discharge service. So nothing else needs to be looked at other than the discharge services, right? And since we don't have a time and we don't have an MDM noted, we can't tell which one it would be. There is a default. Which one is our default? Good job, go-kart. The day before I took my exam, the workshop with duckies, and passed my second attempt. Thank you so much for everything you do, Jen. I'm thinking of getting my CCS next while I'm still in study mode. That's awesome. You get that too. I have you a study room in there with tons of practice questions too, and I'm working on getting you guys some PCS info notes for you guys too. You are so welcome. I'm so glad you passed. I'm glad I made a little bit of difference. That's cool. My TikTok is making noises. Yep, we're going to do A. Code low. Code low. All right. Y'all go look up your differences of these codes. I gotta get YouTube able to see the document. There we go. Go look up your differences. Howdy, howdy. How's it going? Thank you, user 96 for the roses. Thank you, Mama Girl, for the crown. You are awesome. You're level 11 on TikTok. I figured out what the dang arrows mean. Now, I think I'm level 4. I had to get some gifts and then figure out what that meant. Look at Tay Tay. She's level 23. She's a gifter. Oh my gosh. She's also a subscriber. She has the coder logo. I'm learning. Thank you for the 3,000 shares or likes on TikTok and the 1 share so far of the live. That helps out. Thank you everybody on YouTube for the thumbs up. We got our differences. We've got admit and discharge. We've got ER. We have admit, hospital, and then I think that's a consult. Is that a consult? Oh, I go back to my draw. And we'll delete this. Now we're going to go down to our first sentence. Last sentence, I mean, not first. Whew. There isn't anything listed. Sometimes I get rid of the last sentence. There is no sentence. That's okay. We're going to look for our patient's status then. If there is no sentence, where did the patient end up? I don't care where they've been. They could have been at the doctor's office this morning or been in a nursing home this morning. Where did they end up at the very end of the day? Where did they end up? Thank you, Emily. She's rolling with the finger hearts. Thank you for the kitty cat paws. Those are so cute. Thank you, Toy. Everybody's still congratulating. Yep. Last few words does say they were admitted, right? There's there's 2 admit codes. That's a consult and that's ER. But they weren't discharged on the same day. So yeah, we're going to do C. Ooh, that was pretty, whatever that was. That was cool. That big old heart. Thank you, Mama Girl. Yep, we've got C. There's some diagnoses too. Dehydration usually goes second. FYI, mononucleosis would be first. All right. Number 1, go to your answers. Find your headers of all these. What are our headers? These, I think, are all grouped together with admit hospital, right? But y'all need to get to where y'all are flipping in that book and get into these codes as we're doing it. If you're just going to sit here and watch the screen, it isn't going to prepare you for flipping through that book during the middle of the exam. It'll slow you down. Be sure and look at just the top corners, top right or top left, where it has a range of numbers like 68340 to 68810. There's these ranges at the top. Be sure and look there as you're running through that book, looking for your correct code numbers. That's faster than looking up and down the columns for code numbers. And this is subsequent hospital. Y'all need to be able to get to all these codes really fast. You've got still 120 seconds. You want to say 2 minutes per question. That way you save you some time. Where's our last sentence? He was taken immediately to catheterization lab for source of the MI, to look for the source of the MI. Ooh. Hey, Twinkle, how's it going? Good to see you. Thank you for the 3,000 likes and the share of the live. I know that helps out a bunch. Thank you for the perfume bottle. That is so cool. I've never seen one of those before. Thank you, April. You are awesome. Thank you, Calculated Stupid Me? Stoopy? I don't know. Stoopy Me? That's so cute. I know you're saying something funny. But, of course, my delivery is totally wrong there. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Go-Kart, for the roses. I love the hand hearts, too. They're cool. So we've got our patient was admitted through the ER, right? What's our MDM? We don't care about none of the exam or history. Our MDM was high. So, what would that make us? Yes, it is Twinkle's birthday month. I don't know exactly what day, but it is her birthday month. So everybody wish her a happy birthday. I hope she saw the YouTube video I did for her to say happy birthday. Everybody was on there saying happy birthday to her. Totally fun. That was on Facebook. Yeah. She was busy this weekend. All right. All of these codes, what's our differences between these? Yeah. You were busy. She was busy making her entire family cry this weekend. It's true. You know how you look at stars and they're just so beautiful, you can't do anything else but cry? It's one of those kind of moments. She's awesome. But yes, I did mention you in a YouTube video, kind of, sort of. No, yeah, well, sort of, on a Facebook post. All right. Hey, Samantha, good to see you. Yep, they're all established office visits. And we've got a level 5, level 4, level 3, level 2. Other ways I like to look at them is like, this is, I send you home and I don't do anything for you. Tell you to go take over-the-counter meds and leave me alone. Don't come back. This means you might have an acute illness like a UTI or something that I write maybe a 7-day RX for. If it's a level 4, you might have like diabetes or hypertension, and you come in for your refills of maintenance meds, those kinds of things. And then if you're 15, I got to intervene, there's something going on here, or you spent a huge amount of time with me and you spent an entire hour or something with me. Something was going on. Or either I've got to intervene and send you to the hospital to get further extensive tests done, like maybe a heart cath or something like that. But one of the two's got to factor in on that. So let's check out our question. Don't forget to check out the very last sentence because that may help you out more than anything. Promise. Hello. Hey, Jen, my husband loves listening to your lives. He's just over there laughing. Well, that's different. Most of the time they get tired of hearing me. It's like I've taken over their whole marriage because, you know, it's Jen. It's time for Jen. It's Jen. I got to get on. I got to do this. I got to listen to them. They're listening to me in the car. They're listening to me in the house when you're doing housework, cooking dinner, or whatever. They just get really sick of my voice at some point. I hear lots of people end up with new headphones because they start listening to me so much their family gets them a new set. So that's great. That's awesome. I've even had some come on and correct me too, or try to anyway. But yeah. I'm like, okay, but that might be true, but there's a reason why we do it this way. It's yeah. Your logic is correct, sir, but we have to do it this way instead. You can't see the minutes. It says 35 minutes right there. Sorry. The screen is clearer on the YouTube version of this live in case you want to go over to my YouTube page and click on the live. You'll be able to see it better for sure. 35 minutes. How do you join the Discord group? Great question. So download the Discord app. Then you can go to several places. You can go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com. Click on the social media tab. When you do that, there's this huge button right there that says join now, and that's the join button. You can also go to the YouTube page. Then you can go to several places. What did I do? You can go to my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com, click on the social media tab. When you do that, hold on. There's this huge button right there that says now. Oh, that ain't gonna do it. And that's the join button. You can also go. No telling what I did. The YouTube page. Oh yeah, because I'm sitting here live. That's why. What did I do? Let me go here, and that should get rid of that. Yeah, see, I'm live right now on YouTube. All right, I figured it out. Okay. If you go to my YouTube channel, sorry guys, at the very, very top of this toppy banner, way over here, there's a Discord button right there you can push, and it's the join link right there too. So's the TikTok, so's AAPC's Knowledge Center, and copies of my notes if you need them. I got all those links right there. Hopefully that'll help. But yeah, both those places have all the links there. YouTube has such a little bit of a delay on it, which is funny. All right, let me go back to the Word document. It was so cold. It's 49 degrees here in Arizona. It's been the coldest winter we've ever had over here. So if we had 35 minutes, do we have an MDM mentioned? Patient has psoriasis with probably exasperation since she has joint pain. And then we have a time of 35 minutes. What do you guys think the answer is? Are we 13, 14, 15? What about YouTube? I've got Maggie saying it's 14. Miggy saying it's 14. What did everybody say? B? B around the board? Okay, TikTok said B. Yep, good job. All right. What are our differences on this one? 2, 3, 1. Is that all subsequent? Are all those subsequent? And this one, admit hospital? Possibly. My brain's not working too good today, but got too many meetings yesterday, today. Whew. Audit season is killing me at work. All right. Look at our last. Down here, MDM is low. What do you guys think here? Yeah, YouTube does have a 4-second delay. Nothing I can do about that. Michelle just gifted somebody a YouTube membership. Woohoo! We had Twinkle missed it. Who got it? Denise just won a membership. We had Nicole and Dee Dee and Juan donate money. And Mama Girl gave away 5 subscriptions at the beginning of the chat today. So thank you so much, Michelle, for giving away a month's of a YouTube subscription to Denise. That's awesome. I hope that helps out a whole bunch. Y'all are so cool to each other. So cool. All right, back to our question. Thank you for the 5,000 likes on TikTok and all the thumbs up on YouTube and the shares. Everybody saying A? Yep, A is our answer. I've got Lab and Path coming up, so hang out. These are just the last few of the E&Ms that I didn't get to the other night. All right, so we've got our regular office visit for our established. Well, I don't know what I'm writing. I need to write established on these. And then we have new patient on these. Get rid of those headers before you worry about the individual CPT descriptors. So, main headers first, new and established. Let's check that out first in our question, and then we'll move on to the individual differences. Is our patient new or established? What if the question never tells you? There is a default. Is it new or established if you have no information at all whether they're new or established? What do you code them as? Samantha, don't be too nervous on the first attempt. She just said she got 2 CPC tests and she's nervous just to even schedule. Use that first attempt, of course, to try to pass, but don't put so much pressure on yourself. Use it as a learning activity to learn what to expect, learn what's on the exam, learn how to study better for your next attempt. If you don't pass, by figuring out a way to try to remember which areas in the CPT book they really concentrated on. That way you'll have a better chance when you reschedule and do your second test attempt. Then you'll be able to have a better idea of what to concentrate on. That's exactly what I did. I didn't put any pressure on me and I scheduled it right away. As soon as I bought it, I was like, schedule the first one, because I knew that would give me information forward on where I needed to study. No, if you have no information on whether a patient is new or established, the default is to always bill established. Be sure you know that for the exam. We don't bill new only if we are positive that we know that they are new patient. If you have no information at all, your default is established. Yep. New patients pay more. That is correct. Good job, Mama girl. And you always default to the cheapest payment amount when you are of question. Yep. Established is default. Everybody's saying C is this one? For prescription drug management on a hypertensive patient out of town, seeing an out of town person, straightforward MDM. We do have C. Good job. There's an argument there for a level 4 because it's maintenance meds, but if the doctor only gave them 2 weeks worth just to get them back to their PCP, then that would be a level 2. So I'm not sure what they did. I don't think that question's very good. They didn't give us enough information. That's what most doctors do, is if you're out of town and I'm not taking over your care and you're not going to be my patient, you just happen to have forgot your meds or something and just need 2 weeks worth. That's probably what they did. It still argues to give it an 03, but I don't know. I'm just reporting what AAPC wanted for that one. All right, we got consults, 2 sets, one in the office and one on the floor in the hospital, right? They have to be on the floor in the hospital somewhere. So let's check out our, what are you doing? There we go. Check out our last sentence. Our MDM is moderate. Where's our patient? What's our patient status? What's our status? Are we in the hospital or are we out of the hospital? Yep, the patient was new because they were there from out of town. Yep, patient was out of state. out of most of the compliance and regulatory ones, like what does Medicare Part A pay for? What's the difference between fraud and abuse? Those kinds of things. Good job, guys. Thank you, Lisa, for the follow. I hope I can help you out. Thank you for the 2 shares and the 5,000 taps, likes on the screen on TikTok. I appreciate it. Where's our patient? Are they in the hospital? Are they getting a consult? I don't think they're in the hospital. I don't see anything that says they're in the hospital, do we? So I'd get rid of C and D. It's a difference between those two, 44 and 45. Our MDM is moderate. Go match up. Which one's moderate? We got A. Yep. Good job. Oh, good Lord. What is this? Immunizations? All right. Immunizations. All right, guys. So for immunizations, I just look for, you know, all these are the same. So don't have to worry about those very much. I like to look up in the middle where the administration fees are for immunizations, because there's usually a difference between the 70s and the 60s when you're given vaccines. If it's a 60, then we know that the doctor counseled the patient on each vaccine they were given. If it's a 71, then the doctor just ordered the vaccine. There's a big difference. If they're going to counsel them, the question will have to say the word counseling in it. It will say it. If they don't say anything, and it can be a wellness exam where the doctor actually sees the patient, does a full physical, but then just orders the vaccines, then our answer is going to have 71 in it. So the first thing you should do with all vaccines is go look to see if there's any differences like that between the 60s and 71s. If you can find that, then you can get yourself down to a 50-50 shot really quickly, which is super nice. So let's just look for the word counseling. And I'm just looking from the bottom up. Just looking for the word counseling. I don't care what was ordered. But no, it just looks like it's a nurse visit anyway. So no counseling was done. So I know right away I can get rid of those two. Super easy. Now what's my difference? These right here. We got a 60 and a 58. Or we've got a 74 and a 73. Either one. Let's go see. What's our differences between, oh, stop that, between our 60 and our 58 real quick. F3, no, F2, there we go. Let's go look in our CPT book. All right, this one's an influenza, trivariant, life, and it's given in the nose. Is that what we gave? All you need to do is really just look up the one. Did we give influenza, live virus? We did, right? We gave the live, which is given in the nose. So we know we have C is our answer. You can ask anything you want. Now, whether I'll know the answer or not, I don't know. We'll try. I'll try my best. I don't do any billing. I am a medical auditor, and I did not get my CPC to be a coder. But I can do my best. But I have been dealing with these codes and things since feels like the turn of the century, but since 1994. It's been a long time. What's your question? While y'all mull over this one. A patient with leukemia is admitted for chemotherapy for 5 weeks. After experiencing an acute heart attack, how will the heart attack be coded? Yep, I have a Mohs question coming up. I was reading your mind, and I got you one. I got you covered. Let's get through these anatomy little questions, and I got a Mohs coming up, and then lab and path. I do. Ooh, Twinkle just gave away a YouTube subscription. Let's see who won. April won the YouTube subscription. Yay. That's awesome. Congratulations, April. I hope it helps out. I heard tell she's got some more to give away, so be sure and be super active in chat if you want to win a subscription. I wish TikTok would allow me to have their studio version, because I can give gifts that way too if I had that version. That would be awesome. Yep. And you had that one question on your exam today? Oh, I guess I shouldn't ask that question though. I get in trouble. Oh, I remember that you told us to tag that coloscope page. Yep, that decision tree in your CPT book. Yep. Yep. Twinkle's going to give away 4 more YouTube monthly subscriptions. So if you're not on YouTube watching the live and chatting in it, y'all be sure and run over there to do that. What did she want? Wonder what her billing question was. Okay. For this question, are we A, B, C, or D? One said yes. Okay, good. Perfect. Be sure you know where the colonoscopy decision tree was. Did you have an autopsy? Probably had an autopsy. Or the sperm washing, or the zygote implantation or fertilization. Just trying to think of some of the lab and path things. Anybody know the answer to this one? Nobody? Oh, a couple of people said B on TikTok. Go look at your code for colonoscopy. Where's that at? You should be able to find it. Y'all asking what page numbers. Y'all go find it. It's in there. It's where the digestive system is. Go through there. It's half a page. It takes a whole half of a page up. And you'll find it. The digestive system. It's a small section in your CPT book. It's really good if you guys go find it. instead of being just told where it's at. It's good practice. Although I'm sure somebody's going to say it. Hello, Mountain Nurse. B is correct. Good job, guys. Here's your Mohs, whatever they call them. What's our step 1? What is Jen's little process here for number 1? What do we do? We are going to ignore all of that for 1. Mama Girl says, please tab all of the trees so you have them ready for the exam. So the top of your book, not the side of your book. If you're going to tab anything, don't put those tabs where you're flipping through the chapters like normal out to the side. They just get in the way of that race through this book to find codes. Put them up at the top of the CPT book. Up at the very top, tippy top of the page. Yes, decision trees, Miss April. Decision trees. Let's see. What would a decision tree look like? So let's go here. Let's go to surgery. Let's go to digestive system. They're those, you remember in school they made you do those stupid brain decision trees. You start out with this big circle and then it carries out to ideas to another area. You know, these bubble maps things. I'm sure if you have kids, they're coming home with those crazy foolishness stuff. They're called decision trees in the coding world, but I think they're maps actually, because they give you a roadmap of where to go. Gotta be right here somewhere. TikTok see what I was doing, or YouTube see what I was doing. I know it's in here somewhere. I'm just skipping it. I just don't know how to look up page numbers on this book. These electronic books. Be sure and go through your CPT book. Take a gander at every little page. And if you don't know what it is or why it's there, figure out why it's there, what's going on with it. Let's see. So it's right after, oh, I don't even know what book this is. What book is this? That's the wrong book. I need a different book. I need this book. 3, 5, 4, 5. Oh, we're way down here. 4, 5. Passed it 3 times. 4, 5. Come on, book. because knowing the parts of the CPT book will go a long way in helping you pass, for sure. For sure. Let's see. Where is their decision tree? There it is. That sucker. That is probably a guarantee you will see that on your exam. We got another gift. Twinkle gave away another YouTube subscription while I was playing. And Sanjay won it. Congratulations. I hope it helps you out a whole bunch. That is your decision tree, or what I call, or the kids call, a decision map. So, and it even says tree on it. Be sure you know where all those are at. There's a ton in your guidelines too. Okay, back to Mohs. What's the first thing we gotta do is figure out, are we I'm drawing here, an 11 or a 13. 13 is easier because it's just a trunk and arms. So we're just looking at either chest or back, anterior, posterior, trunk, those kinds of things, or the arms and legs. So that's super easy. That's the first thing we got to do. So let's check out our question and figure out, are we arms, legs, trunks? My goodness, thank you, Emily. Thank you so much for finishing that goal, I think. Yep, you are awesome. Thank you so much. So we're doing arms. So I think we're going to be able to keep our 13s, right? Because trunk and arms and legs are all in the 13s. So all you have to do with Mohs is first figure out what body part is being dealt with. And that will give you your very first code when you're doing those. So we can get rid of B and we can get rid of D. Let's look at the rest of our answer. Come on, remove. There we go. Now that we've got D and B gone, our differences are whether we times 2 the 14 or we add a 58 to it. What is our 58 modifier? Which is in the front of our book. Staged procedure. Would you add that modifier to a Mohs, or would you times it? To figure that out, if you go look at your 14 code, oops, wrong one. If we go look at our code, if the CPT code descriptor has the word each in it, EACH, and or if it has the plus symbol in front of it, then you know it is an add-on code and we times it. And yep, we've got the plus symbol in front of it and we have the word each right there. So super easy. Yep. All of the codes, if you go through the entire book and look for the ones that say plus in front of them, they don't get any modifiers. Number one, the 58 wouldn't be attached to that because it's got the plus symbol. 2, the descriptor has the word each in it. There are a couple of them that don't have the plus symbol, that have the word each in the descriptor and can be timed. Go find all those and go circle the word each during your coding book prep. And then there are a couple that aren't marked with the word each, are not marked with the word plus symbol in front of them that you can times, but you generally only find those in the practice exam questions. So as you find them throughout your practicing and all that stuff, it's good to go make notes next to the ones that aren't really marked up. No modifiers added to the plus symbols. Just knowing that bit of information helps you right away know that that 14 would not get a 58 and that your only answer it could be would be a C. And it's super easy. All you had to do was look up a body part and then look at that code and notice it was a plus symbol, that you wouldn't do a 58, and move on to your next question. You don't need to know nothing else about any of this coding or mapping or stages or anything with this particular question. Super easy. Thank you for the finger hearts. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Let's look at our next one. This is the one that I made the new YouTube video on, that I put Twinkle's birthday announcement on. So it's a cool question. And boy, YouTubers cannot see it. Let me fix this for you guys. There we go. That looks much better. So we've got some ranges of codes right here. No different. We're still going to go look up our header differences. Right? So what's our header differences in the 231s to the 233s? Thanks for tapping the screen. Thank you, Go-Kart. You're awesome. Thank you for the roses, April. Could have been my Wi-Fi. Thank you for the paper crane. That is beautiful. I heard it coming from a mile away. These are subsequent. This is hospitalization consults, right? This is our admit hospital. And these are our office consults. Knowing those differences are super helpful. Tay-Tay done became #1 gifter. She got a badge. That is so cool. Wolf, your Wi-Fi is fussing at you. Thank you, Mama Girl, for the, oh, I like the emoji. That's super cute. Hey, Chaos Mom. Good to see you. Somebody gifted somebody a month's subscription and they just wanted to say thank you. Manifest did. That's awesome. Denise, all your CPT codes have headers before they have descriptors. So using your CPT book doesn't mean that you just run to the CPT codes that are the answers. That isn't going to help you. You need to know what header you're under. This is a header. So, like, if you are doing something where this code is your answer, possible answer, this 16025, and then the other possible answer is this one, the 1700. And then your other possible answer is right here, 17250. Looking at the CPT code descriptors could get you in trouble, especially if they have the same descriptors, but they're under different headers. 1700 is under destruction. I'm destroying crap. This 16025 is under the header of burn-in stuff. I'm going to light it up. That's what I'm doing. We're doing burn treatments. And then the other ones are under precancerous lesions and chemical cauterization for this one. But we've got precancerous. So looking up these headers before the descriptors is super important to do to help you with your process of elimination. Like if I'm doing an excision or if I'm doing a puncture biopsy, those are all under different things. Am I doing a graft? Yep, could be that. Am I doing a flap? Am I doing a biopsy? They're all going to be under different headers. Headers before CPT code descriptors. They could give you two that are all under scalp, arms, and legs, but one of them's under an excision, one of them's under a laceration repair, and another one could be underneath a flap. But all you have is the number and saying something about scalp, arms, and legs. There's different sets of codes that it looks like they all have the same descriptor, but what's different is their headers. So that's what I mean by that. All right, back to this. Our header for these codes right here is subsequent hospital visit. Get that back. Our header for this range of codes for the 5.2 to 5.5 is hospital consults. Our header for the 2.1 to 2.3 is admit hospital. Our header for the 4.2 to the 4.5 consults. What's our last sentence? It says bill for the cardiologist. So, thank you, Chaos Mother. You should see it on YouTube. It's so cool over there. It's totally different. Their display is full screen, and they have this running chat along the side. It's really cool. Plus, I have hotkeys that go back and forth between the electronic book and the practice questions without them seeing the entire room or me zooming in and out. So it's really cool. My son's done a lot of work trying to get the YouTube stream looking right. He gave up on TikTok. Until they give me my access key, I can't do much with it. But thank you for popping in and saying so. Thank you for the tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. I haven't even thought about dinner yet. I've worked nonstop. I don't even remember if I ate yesterday. What was yesterday? Yeah, no. We hadn't done a thing. We did eat Chinese for Super Bowl Sunday. We watch the game every year, my mom and the boys and I. Y'all are having a hard time on YouTube with this question because I do not have it where y'all can see it. I'm sorry, guys. There you go. That'll look a whole lot better for you. Y'all gotta holler at me. Practice as much as you can. As soon as you finish book prepping and doing all those steps, and those steps are listed out on my website at medicalcodingbyjen.com. I have a free page that says CPT book prep. Go there and click on the pictures. You'll get the instructions. It'll give you all the steps that I like you to do. Go through that, prep your book, and then start joining the lives and do all the practice questions you can find, either with me through all the lives or the repeat lives, the repeat workshops. You can pause the screen, do the questions, practice, get all the AAPC questions you can. Exams A, B, C, D, E, and F. They have 6 practice exams for AAPC. Get all 6. You can also go on to pocketprep.com. They have under medical, they have a set of 500 practice questions for AAPC that you can do for $14 a month. Those are a good resource. And of course, my study group. Did she give out another YouTube? Twinkle gave away another membership. Oh my, who won that one? Somebody better chat. She gave it out, and Miss Ross, Zena Ross won. Congratulations. I hope that helps. Yay. Just waiting on them to arrive. She's waiting on her books to arrive. So this patient is in the ER with chest pain. The hospitalist is seeing the patient. Asks for a consult for the cardiologist. The cardiologist comes sees the patient prior to the admission. The cardiologist orders a stress test for a myocardial perfusion study exam. The hospitalist, in the meantime, admits the patient. And then after the admission, the cardiologist comes by the patient for a second time to follow up on the imaging study and their results. What are we coding for that cardiology visit for today? Lillian has just gifted somebody a YouTube membership for an entire month. Yay! Who won? Claudia Hernandez. She won. Congratulations. I hope it helps out. Yay. That's awesome. Thank you guys. Y'all are so supportive to each other. That's awesome. They get the whole free month. That's awesome. I'm sorry about the sound freezing. Sometimes the Wi-Fi, it's really, really windy here today. It's really blustery. Plus, everybody and their brother either is at home streaming on the internet or they're out at a restaurant and internet connectivity and paying for bills right now. It's a super hyperactive day on the internet, so I can imagine. I was not thinking when I flaked on last night's live to do it tonight. Thank you so much, Lily Anna. You're awesome. Cardiologist will bill for a subsequent hospital visit, even though they got seen prior to the admission. It will end up being a subsequent visit for that doctor. All right, one aspect. This is an RHIT question, but it also could be for CRC or CPMA. One aspect of managed care that has had impact on healthcare organizations is what? Infection control, cost control, risk management, or utilization management. I am not always clear. Lillian's over here lying on YouTube. She says she's been watching Jen for the long time and that Jen is the best I've watched. So much content and always so clear. Well, I want to make sure everyone possible has access. Jen's amazing resources. You are awesome, Lillian. I try. I know I'm not clear though, because I know I don't understand it as I'm saying it sometimes, and I'm just like, oh, what was that? But then I'll always come back and try to re-explain it on the next live or come up with another way to say it at some point. I do try, but Lillian's over here lying. I am not clear all the time. I'm confusing. Y'all got to stop me and say, wait a minute, I didn't understand that. Hey, Go-Kart, sorry about that. I hope the connection gets better, guys. All right. What do you guys think? Everybody says C, risk management. It's cost control. Do we have cost control? Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So the key word in this question, Cigna, their whole purpose in this life is to get all your donations from your paychecks or from the federal government and keep that money, right? They want to hold on to it and they don't want to pay for services. Managed care. It's the way the United States has our healthcare system set up since Reagan. Him and Kaiser Permanente were big buddies, golfing buddies. So they set up all this stuff. I think they thought it was a good plan, but yep, cost control. Instead of giving it out universal, which would have been a lot easier for everybody. But managed care's role is to cost control. All right, policies and procedures section of the coding compliance. Let her give it away as a subscription on Monday. Or no, Wednesday, tomorrow. We'll do another live tomorrow. OBS is going in and out. It is having some trouble, which means my YouTube stream is having some trouble with some internet too right now. So I apologize, guys. Thanks, Mama Girl. I see you later. I do try to relate. I've been watching some other teachers because I need CEUs, you know, for my certification. July, my CEU is up. So I have to attend some other teachers' stuff to get the credits. And it's pretty painful. I don't know how y'all do it sometimes. I have to relate. I can't learn by somebody just reading text to me out of a textbook. I have to see it and relate to it. So yes, I am good at that. Policies, procedures for coding compliance plan. Should it include all the following except? So we're looking for a wrong answer. Physician queries, unbundling, discharge destinations, and utilization review. Nixon mentioned it too. I remember listening to the tapes on Reagan. My maiden name is Reagan, just like Ronald Reagan. So I remember listening to the audio tapes of him and Kaiser Permanente, the Kaiser guy. Maybe it was Nixon, because Nixon had all those tapes too. Could have been. But I associate it with Reagan too. Maybe they were all golfing buddies. Who knows? One of them. It's been around for a while. Coding compliance plan. A wrong answer for this one is utilization review. Policies and procedures need to be in place for physician queries. They need to be in place for unbundling, and they need to be in place for assignment of discharge. Utilization review isn't something that needs to be in your compliance and coding plan. Ugh. All right. MRSA. Y'all ready for lab and path? A few minutes of lab and path. I'll have a whole bunch more of lab and path because I'm probably not going to get through all these. We'll see. But which one stands for our MRSA? A, B, C, or D. I look for things that are still similar, you know, moderate and mild. Or these are so close. One strep and one staph is the only difference. Every once in a while, Brenda, I'll find a question that is word for word from somebody's exam. A lot of times they're rewritten a little differently. Like this one will be a lab one where they'll give you a different test that is a lot like MRSA and ask you to code for a probe test on it. But then they'll give you a bunch that are either hepatitis probes or a different type of coccus virus that isn't strep or staph, something's susceptible, and they'll ask you which one. On the exam, you will get asked a question, and your patient will have either done something stupid to themselves or the doctor gave them something and they had a reaction to it. Both those scenarios are coded differently. That will be on your exam. They always ask those questions. You need to know the guideline along with this. And this question is meant to help you start to understand what that guideline means. What does adverse effect mean? Does it mean it's a wound infection after a surgery, a hemorrhage, shortness of breath, or a rash? The one before it was A. This one is not A. So no A's for this one. What have you got, TikTok? It almost sounds like A, but it's not. That's a complication. Yes, D, rash after taking penicillin. Doctor does it to you. What goes first if the doctor does it to you? Would we code the symptoms or the drug first? Which one goes first, according to our guideline, since the doc did it? Doc did it. Which one goes first? Is this number 1 or is this number 1? If we were coding it, which one's number 1? Is this one number 2 or is this one number 2? My study group is on Discord. It's completely free for you guys. So much resources. The link is in my TikTok bio. The link is in my YouTube header above your head where you're watching on YouTube. You just click the little Discord icon, throw you right in there. It's also on my website, medicalcodingbyjen.com. So if the doctor did it to you, the symptoms are number 1. And then the drug is second. If you do it to yourself, if you drink a bunch of alcohol, eat a bunch of mushrooms, whatever, the name of the drug goes first. It'll be a T code will go first if you do it to yourself. And then your symptoms will go second if you do it to yourself. If you take your Aunt Sally Sue's leftover prescription of antibiotics, the drug code goes first. And usually the 6th digit is on the exam. That's the 6th digit of the diagnosis code. Subscription away. Yay! Who won? Let's see, who won? Lillian won and she gave one away. And now Lillian gave one away or something. I don't know. No, Sylvester won. That's awesome. Yeah, my YouTube, my internet keeps freezing, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's super windy here. All right, guys, you know the answer to this one. I got some B's and C's. This question is likely to be on the exam, but it will be rewritten in a different way. It'll be scary. B. It's not my internet, it's TikTok. Okay. I wonder what's wrong with TikTok today. Are they updating again? What disorder of the heart results in rapid, uncoordinated contractions and may be arterial in nature or ventricular? My OBS keeps disconnecting, which means my stream on YouTube is too. It's freezing, so I think it's a combo of everything. Tell you, holidays are crazy. Everybody's using the internet. Yeah, YouTube's glitching too. I knew it was. I changed my answer. Rapid heartbeat. Rapid, uncoordinated, to begin. 80047. Thank you for the donuts. Who was that? Eight. What have I told y'all about the codes that have the 00 right here? What kind of codes are those? They are always panels, right? We can draw and see their little smiley face. The little vampire guy, he's coming after somebody's blood. Because they're all lab and path panels. Anytime you see the 2 zeros right there, it's always a blood panel. Yep. Good job, Suzette and Denise. Awesome. Always blood panels. Determine medical necessity. Many codes must distinguish what factors of the diagnosis. Hard sentence. To determine medical necessity, many codes must distinguish what factor of the diagnosis. Even just their questions are like, what? In what language does that have some meaning? I have no idea. So then I'm always rearranging and explaining the questions to you, which I think is probably a hindrance because you're going to have to be on the exam and read the questions and try to understand them the way they write them in this uncharacteristic way of speaking. Nobody talks like that. To determine medical necessity, we need to know what? If the condition has been treated with a prescription, if the condition is acute or chronic, if the patient is seen by the correct specialist. I don't think that has anything to do with the diagnosis. So I can get rid of that. Physician completed enough diagnostic test. I don't know about that either. There is some sort of guideline. Didn't I do a question recently where you needed to query the doctor because the doctor said they might have something, but then they didn't write them a prescription. So then you can't prescribe them something because they didn't write the prescription. That was weird last week. I had a question like that. But the main influence in determining medical necessity, first off, is to know whether it is. YouTube's got it. Yep, acute and chronic. Yep. Anytime you see medical necessity, just think acute and chronic. Go look for that answer. Those two will match up really quickly. Somebody wrote a book. What does it say? Thank you, Twinkle. You were awesome. All right. We're going to look for these codes are all in a row. We do have one code listed twice. It's probably just a difference whether we need to have one coded times 2 or not. But since they're all in a row, it ain't gonna hurt you to go get to that page just in case you need it during the exam. Look for any parentheticals. Look to see if you can actually times these codes by 2. Is that something you can do? Ooh, my internet's slow. Slow. There's a bookstore online called Book Run, like a book and then run, like run, Forrest, run. I got mine off their eBay page, my 2023 one, for $51 with free shipping in January. Okay, my internet is just not going to work, so we're not gonna go there. Let's go back to our page. So start off with the CPT book. Do a Google search under shopping for 2023. Look for a few days. Look for trends. See who will ship it to you the fastest and the cheapest with free shipping. You definitely don't want to do AAPC for all your books. They charge you $25 per book just to ship it. That's $75. Nuh-uh. Nope. Get that one first. You can do the ICD-10 and the HipPix later. This is a question I wrote, guys. So I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to let you guys think about what the answer is and you tell me what it is because I wrote it. Twinkle has one more YouTube subscription to give away, so if you're in there, be sure to chat, stay present. Even if it's just emojis, you can flood the chat with tons of emojis, whatever. Tell her happy birthday. She has one more to give away. Oh, you're welcome, Auntie Kimberly. So the first thing have a guideline. 2 specimens separately identified. If you have those words in your question, in a lab question, you will always be ×2. Always. Always. If you cut something separately identified, and they're each going to get to be able to bill each one with its own CPT code. If you take both of those and just shove them into the same jar, then they only get one CPT code. So, yeah, even though you'll have 2 pieces in here. So this one will be ×2. So know that wording. They don't change their wording. They'll say separately identified. In a question, then you know you're going to have a ×2 over here. All right. So I'm going to have y'all not worry about these secondary codes yet. What is my one-word difference for the 80305? What's your one-word difference about that code? All 3 of these codes are in a row. They're very difficult to find if you've never looked for them before in the CPT book, because they're out of order, because other codes push them out of order. They're just, yes, nobody tell anybody where the page number is, where they're at. Make them suffer and figure it out. But if y'all could go to those codes, you should write one-word differences between all 3 down so you can identify quickly what the difference is and just skim through the question and see what the differences are. Absolutely, it will be replay for all of eternity on YouTube. Absolutely. Thank you, Auntie Kimberly, for the roses. What's the one-word difference? I have no one telling me what 80305 is. What is it? What are we doing? I'm gonna yell at my kid. If you're on YouTube, you're gonna be in big time trouble. He's making me watch it. That's my baby. That's my baby. That's my baby boy. They're being good. Mind is blown, I know. What's your one-word difference? Visual? I like that. Eyes only, right? On the 05. So this is just eyes. If we're going to do this drug screen, which we're under that header is drug screen. This is eyes. We tell the results, and we give the results to the physician by relying on our eyesight to give the results. What about 06? What's your one-word difference here? It'll have to be combo word, but still. Yep. We're still using a dipstick because both the eyes and the 06 are all both dipsticks. But this one's just going to use our eyes to tell us what the results are. This dipstick on 06 is going to use a machine. We're going to dip the stick in the urine, and then we're going to take that stick and stick it in the machine, and it will tell us what colors light up. And the machine will print out results. So if you don't have these words written down underneath these codes like this, you know, it's not being very helpful. So be sure and write these words down. That way you'll know it for the exam. All right. 07 uses no dipstick. None. We got no mention of any dipstick, and this is all machine. And usually it says like chromiography or something. It's got a highfalutin name for the machine, or an analyzer, whatever you want to say. Analyzer or a machine is all 07, and there's no dipsticks, none whatsoever. So all you have to do for this whole question is look to see if you did a dipstick. If you did no dipstick and there's no mention of dipsticks, then you know your answer is A, and you can go on to your next question. So super helpful. So look from the bottom up, and all you're doing is looking for the word dipstick. That's it. You're only doing a word search. You don't need to know who they are. You don't need to know what drugs they were tested for. None of these codes are going to be testing for drugs like individual drug names. They could write methamphetamine, marijuana. They could write cannabis. They could write all kinds of stuff. It don't matter what they're doing. You don't need to know none of that mess. Thank you, Twinkle. I see no dipstick in here at all, so we know our answer is yep, A. There is no need in looking up any of the rest of the answers to verify anything else is correct. No reason at all. Do not stop and linger at these questions. Find your answer and move on. Keep moving. We're back here again. So we have just the machine. We have a dippy with machine. We've got eyes, and we've got machine. Easy peasy. Just look through your question, see if you've got a dipstick or not. Search from the bottom up. Go this way. Don't read from beginning to end. Thank you, Twinkle. So I see no dipstick at all. So I have to get rid of C and B. I know it's going to be just the machine. Then I need to know what my difference is between my 60 and my 61 and 62 to tell which answer is correct. Yep, A and D. Thank you, Daniela, for giving the $4.99 away. That's awesome. We'll give a subscription away for that. Thank you so much. And I love the little hippos. That is so cute. Good night, Denise. I hope this was helpful. I know it's getting late for you guys. Anybody on TikTok know what the answer is? Thank you for the 13,000 likes and the 7 shares on TikTok and all the thumbs up on YouTube. It helps so much. Thank you. I got D's. People saying D. D is correct. Good job. All right, one more, and then we're going to go. For this one, this one's got to deal with the bundling and unbundling idea. If your doctor orders a basic metabolic panel and a comprehensive metabolic panel, those are two panels that have the same test in them. And you can't order two CPT codes that have the same test in them. Everything that's in the basic is inside the comprehensive except for one, calcium, which is unique. And so you just need to order just that plain calcium with your comprehensive. So we know our 53 is our comprehensive, so we'll get rid of C. We know we have to order two tests because we're going to need that calcium added to it. So we have to get rid of that. So it's just a difference between the 47 or the 30. If you look at the basic metabolic panel, it'll tell you which one is the correct answer because that code's inside of it. Thank you, Nikki, for the subscription. You are awesome. Thank you for subscribing to TikTok. You can message me, direct message me on TikTok if you have a subject or particular thing you'd like me to make a TikTok on, and I will do it for you. Thank you for the support. Lab and Path is always a struggle. You really want to build up your skills in anesthesia, E&M, integumentary, musculoskeletal, cardiology, nervous system, eyes, ears, and OB and delivery, and circumcisions. Build it up all in that area, and maybe radiology too. Then that way medicine and lab and path can linger a little behind. It's pretty difficult because it's not the test that you're doing, it's how the results are presented. Sometimes it's a probe, sometimes it's an immunoassay, sometimes you're just looking for an enzyme. It's very tricky back here, it really is. I couldn't even find any of the codes on my exam because no one told me to fix the out of code sequence issue. So all the red codes throughout the entire book are out of order, and you need to go put the page numbers down where they're located. And nobody had told me to do that, even though I paid for information for a whole year, and no one said a word about it. Oh, y'all know. Y'all know. This exam's been around, and these CPT books been around since like the 80s. Y'all know they're a hot mess, and we need to put some page numbers down. Somebody knew it. You can't just share that info. You have people just suffering and crying and begging for help on your website, and you can't tell them that one little bitty thing. That would have been a big old help. Hello, my Travis. What's wrong? Is your face still all white?
Yeah, I'm letting it dry.
Is that the pimple cream or is that just the soap?
It's the pimple cream.
Okay. You look like the Shadow Man.
Mm-hmm.
It looks great. You look like a movie actor. I love it. It wasn't a diss.
I'm letting it dry so tomorrow I can wash it off.
Yeah, perfect. D. D is correct. all you needed to do was add that calcium ionized, which is inside your basic metabolic panel. Plus we have some do not alerts. But that's it. I've still got some more to do, but I'll be back on tomorrow night. We'll finish up with some more lab and path. I'll get out my teacher camera too, so that you guys can look at my book. Hopefully the internet will be working better for YouTube too, so that y'all can see. I need to point out some stuff in the book, and the electronic version of the book just isn't the same as looking at the pages. So I'll figure out something better for tomorrow night on that, because the electronic book is just different than looking at these pages. So again, we'll be on again tomorrow, 6:30 time zone. We'll do some more lab and path, of course. Maybe some more Mohs surgeries. Maybe some more immunizations, whatever else y'all want. Just post it in Discord and let me know what you want to see on Wednesdays live. I do have a advanced class that's Friday morning at 8:30. It's usually 2 hours. And if y'all want to join in on that, there's plenty of room. There's still like 20 seats open if anybody wants to do it. It's a lot like tutoring. Not a lot of visiting, just we go question to question. And I bring up the tougher questions that are guideline related, super hard codes to go look for, things to find, guidelines you need to know about those particular codes to see if you guys can get the answers right. I'll let you guys work on the questions first, and then I'll tell you if you got your answer right or wrong. That's coming up on Friday, and then of course we'll have a Friday live too in the evening, free for everybody. This Sunday is our workshop, which is going to be $12 if you want access to that replay for the next 90 days. It'll be 3 hours, probably 4. It's going to cover cardiology, including Appendix L and the medicine section on cardiology. All those practice questions, all of them. I'll probably end up having 75 questions plus Appendix L, and we're going to do some spinal surgeries from the neurology section and some E&M stuff. So that's going to be a really good replay. If you want it, you can pre-purchase. Even if you can't attend, you'll get the YouTube link the day you purchase. So that link that comes over in your email is confirmation you have the YouTube for Sunday. That link will be your replay. So it'll come straight to you as soon as you purchase if you want to participate and see that repeat workshop. That'll be this Sunday. All right, guys. All right, y'all go get some sleep. Y'all go dream about anything else but codes right now. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much for all the donations and the gifts, guys. Y'all are really awesome. And I caught up on Messenger messages, even though I had to go all the way back through the entire month of January and reply to everybody last night and the night before. I feel so bad. Some of the messages in there were 6 weeks past, but I got them all caught up. But I was up till like 3 in the morning Monday, so that's why I wasn't prepared for Monday evening, because by the time I worked all day Monday too, I was like, nope, I'm done. I don't have anything prepared for them. So I usually do that on Sunday nights. But between the Super Bowl and getting all those messages back from January caught up, I feel so bad. Just wasn't any prep time in the books. I need to be cloned. But I hope this was helpful. The replay will be available in about 3 minutes after YouTube finalizes the video, and it will be there for you guys. And I've got some new 3D animations coming from my guy on Fiverr. I hired another Fiverr person to do 3D animations during our lives. So when y'all give out gifts and stuff, it's going to animate for me and do stuff with my logo. It's going to be really cool. I saw parts of it today and we're like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. So yeah, it's going to be really neat. So hopefully that will show up on YouTube this week sometime. Anyway, guys, I will see y'all tomorrow night. Good night.